Every day, all across Michigan, Masons are making a difference. They're reaching out to individuals and families in need, helping enrich lives and deepen connections between lodges and their communities. The Michigan Masonic Charitable Foundation is making a difference, too. Through its unique partnership with local lodges, the foundation channels the powerful Masonic legacy of giving, providing high-quality programs and services that promote the social, emotional, and physical well-being of families and communities throughout Michigan.
You know, when I first noticed my eyesight was going, it was actually driving. Sunlight made shadows, trees made shadows that came over the road, and I didn't know what they were till I got right up upon them. I was afraid, especially in the summers, that if there was a biker or a walker or a runner, I was going to get into an accident with them because I couldn't see things until I was right there. I'm a server at a restaurant. Your eyesight's very important. I mean, not just for walking around, but for being able to see your guests and be able to anticipate their needs. And when you can't do that, it affects a lot. Well, you don't necessarily quickly seek out medical attention when you don't have insurance. A lot of times you just let things go and you put it off. You know, sometimes some things you hope go away and other things you just, you know, you have to get checked eventually, but you know, you don't really do it until it comes to a point to where you almost have no choice anymore. I was thinking I just needed glasses really bad. So I went to an ophthalmologist and actually got my eyes checked and came to the realization that I was not lens correctable. I had very bad cataracts. He actually considered me at that point in time then legally blind in my left eye. I actually thought maybe the state would help me out, and they denied me. And I went online and called some organizations, and actually a lot of them never even got back with me. They were all voice recordings. It was getting scary as things were getting worse. My daughter actually found an organization called Knights of Templar, and we actually called and left a message there, and they were the only ones that got back with us. That's how it all started with the Masons.
Sitting down with her, meeting her family, and filling out the paperwork, I really got my first chance to really meet her and know her and find out just how much she appreciated anything that could be helped.
I am part of the St. Bernard Commandery in Saginaw, Michigan, and we were at a regular meeting, and the Commandery was talking about Tina and her problem and the point as to where they were in funding this surgery for her to restore her eyesight. And as I was sitting there, I was thinking, what can we do to make her life better and give her eyesight back? And I knew the next week that I was going to be at Dr. Shakui's office for my own eyes.
I think I heard from Norm that is a patient, is a lady that she needs an eye surgery or she needs an eye exam. They didn't know what the problem was, that she couldn't see. They want me to see her if I can help her.
And so I explained to him what her situation was, and he turned to me and he says, "How much money would you have?" And not having a dime or knowing where I was going to get it, I said, "I think we could raise $4,000. And just like that, he says, "I'll take the project on." I called the worshipful master at Mount Moriah Lodge, and he said, "Well, bring it before the lodge, and we'll see if they wanted to take on the project or not." So at the next lodge meeting, I brought it up to the lodge members, the brothers, and they were all for it.
He had some ideas through his connections, and so we appointed him head of a committee to go ahead and work on the project.
We brought her over from Saginaw to Carroll at our lodge, and during the installation of our officers, and we heard her story. And it was just earth-shaking as to what was happening to her. And it was a tear-jerking event. Everybody seemed to step up and want to donate monies through fundraising, through just outright generosity out of their pockets.
Meeting her with her personality and enthusiasm for wanting to see and wanting to go on with her life as it is inspired us to help.
Just being part of the Lewis Cass Society, I knew about the Michigan Charitable Foundation grant match money, and we applied for a grant. They recognized our work, our efforts, and they supported us with the maximum amount of grant monies. And this pooled the grant together to fund the project, and Tina was the winner.
He told me that after he explained my situation to a lot of people, that within, I think it was 2 weeks, he had more than what he even had said to Dr. Shikui.
After surgery, she was able to see 20/20. I mean, 20/20 means perfect vision. And she was very happy. I was happy. She was happy about this. It was a happy story, the whole thing, from beginning to the end.
I don't really know how to explain it besides just, I have my life back.
She had so much appreciation of people trying to help her. And we've been good friends since. And it's just something that's gratifying that you'll never, once you do it, you'll just want to do it after that, again and again and again. Try and come up with resources to help people.
There's a lot of people running all the time for the big things, the hurricane relief and earthquake relief and flood relief, and that's wonderful. That should be there. But it's nice to know that something that's not nearly that important, it's not a big thing on the news, just me, and my cataracts, that, the Masons would actually be there and care enough to help me.